Hey YouTube, it's your girl Chic from Chic Say What. I am coming on just to provide an update um, on the trial that's currently going on, Cardi B versus Tasha K. So I've been following that. Last night I posted a video, kind of the initial, start of the case and some things. I think I did that last night. I do a lot, y'all. But I'm coming back because I seen that there's been some updates that's kind of been put out there. And I want to kind of share them with you all, get the conversation going. If you are here joining me live, thank you. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. But again, make sure you subscribe. We're growing over here. I thank you all, those my subscribers, my new subs, but we're on the path to 1,000 subscribers. So that's our initial goal for 2022. So with you all help, we will get there together. But as we do that, we're going to be talking about some things, all things celebrities. I might throw in other things here and there. I talk about viral topics, but for the most part, it's things about the celebrities. It's always something going on with them. Plus, of course, your YouTubers, as I say, I feel like the YouTube world, they've kind of become the celebrities of today. They such as a Tasha K. A lot of times, you're going to get some more traction, when you put out something talking about a popular YouTuber, I've noticed. So, yes, over here, we just get into it. If you got some business, we up in it. So, again, I want to talk about the trial, provide some updates that kind of came out. Cardi B got on the stand today. A lot of people wondered if she would actually get on the stand and testify and things like that. So she did. Um, Not quite sure if she's done been on the stand, or if she is, of all the information. I don't think maybe all the information may have been released pertaining to her being on the stand, but we do got some, little bits and pieces of things to talk about pertaining to the trial today. So I'm gonna still continue to follow it because look, the people want to know. I want to know. So let's get into it. Let me share my screen. And we're going to get into this TMZ update that I came across. So this is from TMZ.com. And this was posted today, earlier today, January 13th, 2022. So it reads, Cardi B, and her quote was, "I was suicidal after Tasha K's blog posts. Testifies in libel trial." So that's definitely a new one for me. I've seen some of her lives. I don't really follow Cardi like that, but sometimes some of her things, they'll go viral like a live. And at that time when she initially was kind of trying to tell Tasha, listen, B, back off. When she would talk, I never heard her, talk about being that bothered. But listen, maybe that was just something she kept to herself. So let's get into this article and see what TMZ had to say. Because y'all know TMZ it be like TMZ be there. Like a lot of times, 99.9% of the times when they post things, it's just like, how you know all that? Were you there? Like TMZ be on it. So listen, that's what we trying to do over here. We trying to be on it. I want you guys to be in the know. So that's why I gotta make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I go live. So you can get the information in real time. And if you can't, then you can always go back and get the tea. So let's go ahead and get into this article. It says Cardi B says she wanted to take her own life after seeing the alleged lies posted by a blogger who's now on trial in federal court. Cardi's lawsuit against the blogger Tasha K is now being tried in a federal courtroom in Georgia. And on Thursday morning, Cardi took the stand. She told the jury, quote, "I wanted to commit suicide over the things Tasha was saying about her. Over the things," quote, end of quote, Tasha was saying about her. So let's just talk about that. Tasha say, I would imagine that there's been many of people who's maybe had feelings like that after hearing some of the things that Tasha has said about them. Because Tasha, what they say, she leave no rock unturned. Everybody can get it. I've listen to sis even go into her own mama. When I say everybody can get it, everybody can get it. Tasha, if she feels like it's something she want to report on, get off her chest, get out there, she gonna put it out there, period. And more often than not, if you've made Tasha K's Effery Friday, it's likely it's not something positive. It's not too often she kind of up there reporting like positive things about people. It's usually, a mess, but that's just kind of how it goes in the celebrity reporting industry, at least online. At least it just seemed like, what they say, negativity sells. So more often than not, if Tasha is talking about you, it's usually like something not in the best light. Now, some people don't get it as hard as others, but it just depends on what it is that she's up there talking about. So I know Wendy Williams gets the business like at one point it seemed like regularly. She kind of have simmered down some on her and don't talk about her as much, but I guess Wendy been kind of hiding under the radar for a little minute since due to her health. But Tasha, she'll go in, she will go in. So the fact that Cardi says, "I wanted to commit suicide over the things," whether or not I believe Cardi B really felt that way, I don't know. I don't know. But what I can say that it is an emotion or feeling that I can believe that someone can have after Tasha talks about them on her platform. I will say that because she goes in and she goes hard. That's just who she is. She don't come to play. She doesn't come to play. And anyone just familiar with her platform, when you just be honest with yourself, Tasha does not come to play, which is why she's at 1 million subs right now. Now I guess we can say over a million, I'm sure she got 1 point something, so it's a reason she doesn't come to play. When it comes to her having receipts for her stuff, Tasha's not really one that really shows a lot of like receipts and things like that on her platform. She'll talk about, well, I talked to somebody, but she don't really show really things. Like, I think the best receipts you get from Tasha is when she's sitting down with somebody and they sitting there telling their own business, and they end up bringing up, I guess, somebody else's name, a third person's name, and which is how we got into this situation to begin with, because it started with third party information from Star Marie, that chick coming on the platform just saying, "Yeah, I know Cardi. We used to be roommates, this, that, and the third." And Tasha's like, "Word? Really? Say it ain't so, speak a little louder for the camera, for the the camera, the recorder." And Tasha likes to call herself a journalist. And as I say, in journalism, you gotta, make sure you can back the things that you put out, because you don't want to get in situations like this where, people coming for you and like, "Yo, where you get that from?" Because that's a straight bold-faced lie. The devil is a lie, and I'm about to sue you. We in this suing culture. And my thing is, I don't even see how people play games like that, because it's been about the lawsuits for a minute. Like, before this whole lawsuit started, like, it's been about the suit. But I will say, I truly believe ever since this started, the whole importance of receipts and things like that kind of got kicked up a notch where people like your vloggers like that I see in particular on YouTube, they're very conscious on, I find that in general they've become more conscious on the things they say and the importance of backing it up and having receipts, because people will sue you regardless. Like, people will sue you. And Tasha K money don't look like Cardi B's money, but Cardi B don't care. She's like, and then I will say, just even into Cardi B's defense, back when Tasha was out there talking reckless about her, remember I would say sometimes I'd see those videos going around with Cardi going live, because Cardi, she likes to interact with her fans. Not sure how much she does. Recently I caught one of them, and she was kind of recovering from kind of being sick. It probably was maybe in December, because I know it was right before Offset's birthday. And she said she hadn't been on like she used to, as far as with, engaging with the people and stuff like that. But at a point, it was like her regular MO, where I'd be like, do this girl respond to everything? Because like I said, you'll see those viral clips floating around. Like, you say something about Cardi, sis finna put her clothes on. She ain't even got to put no makeup. She don't care how she looks. She finna get on there and she finna respond to you. Like, Cardi responds to me. I don't know if she's gotten better, but the opinion that I've had of Cardi is that she responds and entertains everything. And I didn't feel that was a strong quality of hers. I felt like that was something she should probably work on, because you can't give everything and everybody your energy. And hopefully now that she's married, she got 2 kids, she got a career, like, it ain't enough time to be responding to everything and everybody, the bull. You got to pick and choose your battles. So definitely one like this, where somebody's talking about you up underneath your clothes, as they say, saying you got an STD or you're on drugs. Yeah, that deserves a response. But a lot of times Cardi responds to things that I feel like, yeah, you really didn't have to take the time out to respond to that. And I like to a lot of times compare how people react to things and respond to things when it comes to social media to, like, Beyonce. How often or when have we ever seen sis respond to anything, even if it was good? Like, she be like a whole ghost out here in these streets. She's just always been that way. And I'm not a part of the beehive, but that was something that I always respected and liked about how she moved. Like, yo, if I was like a really known person or celebrity, like, I would want to move like that, where it's expected that she not finna even entertain or bother to even stop and give you any time, say your name, give you a response. That's just how she moved. Like, that's just how she's been. Now, your little sis Solange gonna come for that neck. And, hey, that's what family for, so you got your ride or dies. I got sisters myself, and just their energy is, even with my sisters, they're twins. They will come for you. Like, their energy is different than mine. It always have been. I've kind of been quiet, kind of low key, don't start no, won't be none, no. But I'm kind of fall back, whereas my twins, they like, yo, you can get it. Y'all, let me tell y'all a funny story. Me and my sisters went on a trip to Paris right before the pandemic. So I think our trip was in 2018, because I think it was the year that we had bought our house. So I think it was in 2018. So y'all, we went on a trip to Paris, and I had already been told, yo, they had already told us. My sister had talked to another family member who had just kind of left, and were like, yo, don't be putting your phone in your back pocket. People will, like, snatch your stuff or whatever. Y'all, we gonna get back on this story, but I just had this story to tell you how about it my sisters are, and so it's a habit to put my phone in my back pocket, y'all. Like, listen, I'm a whole wife, 3 kids. I'm just quick wherever I can slide something real quick to get my hands free. So I always put my phone in my back pocket. Forgot that fast, y'all. First day in Paris, we walking, coming back from like the Eiffel Tower area, heading back to the hotel. This guy, was 2 guys. One like bumped, somebody might bump into you from the back, and they be like, oh, excuse me. So the guy bumped into me on the back, and then he's like, oh, excuse me, and then he, proceeds to walk around me. Instantly, I go to fill my back pocket because in that moment I remember, oh snap, I put my phone in my pocket. Y'all didn't feel my phone no more. I tell the twins, yo, I don't feel my phone. I look ahead, I see the guy sticking the phone trying to stick it in his pocket, but it was a big phone. It was like the iPhone. I got the iPhone 8, and I had like with the case and all that. So it was big. It was too big for him to kind of slowly, slide in his pocket. Y'all, I was like, twins, I was like, he got my phone. He got my phone. Y'all, them twins, them twins rolled up, was like, yo, give my sister back her phone. So they looking all confused. So I say, like, the guy who had the phone, he's like this Asian guy. The other guy wouldn't, was like a black guy. So the black guy looking all crazy, like, what? And the Asian guy, like, I ain't got. My sister was like, you better give my sister my phone or I'm about to. Y'all, of course, it was no police around right then, but usually all across Paris you see police. But of course, in the moment you need a police, it ain't nobody there. Y'all know my sister scared the hell out that boy. That boy quickly, my sister rolled up on him so fast. He hairpin handed that phone over, and they just took off. They just took off running. They were like, we're probably like, what the kind of damn foreigners are these to where we didn't jack them and they didn't got their damn stuff back. But that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that little sister energy, and my sisters are younger than me. We're actually only like 9 months apart. They call us Irish twins because they came early, of course. So we would have been 1 year, but we're just months apart. But my sisters, like, they had my back. So I say that to say Solange got Beyonce's back. So there's nothing wrong with that. But I just like the energy that Beyonce has with how she just don't entertain the bull. So back to this situation with Cardi and Tasha. The article goes on to say Tasha made several videos back in 2018 and 19 about Cardi, claiming she had been a prostitute and had contracted multiple STIs, among many other things, which prompted Cardi's lawsuit. As a reporter, Tasha didn't take it well when she was served with the papers. So y'all, I'm going to play this recording. Fair use. Hopefully, I don't have no problems with playing this recording. It's real short, but this is a recording of when Tasha got served with those with the papers. I had heard sis sis started talking reckless to the man, but this is actually my first time like hearing the recording. So I guess the man was, I don't know, I guess he records himself doing drop offs, maybe for this reason, but let's get into it.
Hey, I'm sorry. You live here?
Can I help you? Yes, I live here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, what's going on?
Actually, these are for you, ma'am. I'm Curtis Sub. I'm Curtis Sub. I'm a process server from the course, ma'am. You've been served. Well, I tried.
No, you're going through my mailbox.
Well, I had to make sure I'm at the right address. That's all.
That's all you have to say.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of being served.
Okay, I apologize.
Okay, but
I'm sorry.
Don't do that again. That's illegal. Like,
No,
if
ma'am.
If I wanted to blow something in your head at my mailbox, I could have. You're on my property and don't want to tell me who you are?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Kervin Self.
Okay, Kervin.
And what I just did was legal, ma'am. Trust me.
Okay.
I wouldn't do anything illegal.
Again. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Okay. Tasha Kiwi has been served personally at her house in her driveway. It is April 18th, 9:59 p.m. I will end service at this time.
Listen, Tasha was not here for somebody being in her mail, which can you blame her? I personally didn't know that it was legal. Now I know you can be served, but the whole part of, okay, in that process, the person serving you being able to go through your mail, for whatever reason, I didn't know that part was legal. And again, I don't think it's even safe for the person to do that, given that it seems like many believe that it's illegal. So say if somebody do react to you, then it's just like they're going off of the notion that you was violating me, So that was that. Like I said, sis wasn't here for that. So he went ahead and got himself in that little car and drove hell off. But article goes on to say, in court, Cardi also testified, quote, I felt defeated and depressed, and I didn't want to sleep with my husband. This was all going down shortly after Offset and Cardi welcomed their first child, Culture. And Cardi told the court she felt like I didn't deserve my kid. So Cardi's attorney asked her what she thought about Tasha after seeing the post. And she said, I felt like only a demon can do that kind of ish. The rapper actually apologized to the judge for swearing after that statement. She eventually broke down in tears after repeating the ordeal made her feel suicidal. Cardi's still on the stand and could be cross-examined by Tasha K's attorney later Thursday. So that's part. I still haven't gotten the information pertaining to additional cross-examinations by Tasha's attorney, but I'm still kind of looking out for that. So if need be, I'll be coming back and doing an update on that. Because from what I've come to learn, this trial is estimated to go on for about, I think, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So let me share. There's one more thing I want to share with you all that came from the Daily Mail. It was kind of some things that Tasha K is saying pertaining to, I guess, in her defense, I guess. So this is the Daily Mail. This was also posted today, January 13th, 2022. So the Daily Mail reads, Cardi B admits to being defeated, depressed, and suicidal during tearful testimony in libel trial against blogger who claimed rapper worked as a prostitute and contracted STIs. So what I wanted to focus on in here was what, Tasha K's defense, because it looks like at this point, I haven't seen anything where she's had, her turn yet to speak. So today it seemed like it was about Cardi B. So, in future lives, we'll get into what Tasha K had to say on the stand or in the courts. But yeah, let's get into some things that, specific with Tasha K. So this is Tasha K, and the posts penned by Tasha K in 2018 and 19 are the crux of the lawsuit filed by the Grammy winner. 2019, Cardi filed a lawsuit against Tasha K and star Marie Ebony Jones over several scandalous allegations centered around drug abuse, sexually transmitted diseases, and prostitution that were shared in over 20 videos on the blogger's YouTube page. One video published in April 2018 when Cardi was pregnant with her first child alleged that the baby may be born with intellectual disabilities. The conjecture appeared to be that the A-list rapper had been doing drugs that would harm the then unborn child. Daughter Culture Kiari was born in July. Okay. It is also claimed that Star Marie posted a video accusing Cardi of doing cocaine and MDMA in addition to participating in prostitution. So here it says Tasha K went on to countersue Cardi, claiming that A-lister threatened to have her assaulted by gang members. However, over the summer, the case was tossed out by the judge. According to TMZ at the time, the judge ruled in mother of two's favor because Tasha K was unable to produce any evidence that Cardi herself threatened her or made her believe that she was going to harm her. The plaintiff only made allegations that others who may be associated with Cardi made these threats and failed to demonstrate here that the threats were directed by Cardi or any of her employees. So I would imagine, that Barty gang, she got what I think when I looked on her Instagram, she have like over 120 million followers. So I can believe people was coming for Tasha K's neck, but that don't mean that Cardi sent them. Just like the Beehive, I don't think Beyonce be sending the Beehive or Nicki Minaj, with her. Like, listen, these celebrities, they fans be like, they all be Solanges. So imagine everybody having a team of Solanges with that Solange energy, or like the energy I said of my twin sisters. Like, listen, so you don't always need somebody to kind of put a battery in somebody's back to kind of come for you. So I can understand why that judge threw that out if, Tasha didn't have any proof that basically Cardi sent them. Another thing is, I don't think that you can realistically think that you can put out negative things about people and there not be backlash from either that person or their fans that can go as far as like threats on your life. Like, to me, that's delusional to think that you can just go out here and just do what you want to do and not possibly have some type of not possibly basically put yourself in danger. Like, listen, this is the like, you hear about people getting knocked off for simple stuff, like for who ate the last piece of sweet potato pie. Like, around holidays, you hear like crazy stories where people get into it and it just goes left over just stupid stuff. So to me, this is an example of Tasha doing what she want to do, but not being ready for the repercussions of her doing what she wants to do. I do recall back then, around that same time, Tasha K was also pregnant with her second born child, her son. So I can believe that, she did endure some type of level of stress as well. During, as a result of just the back and forth with her and Cardi B. But to me, it's negative energy that she brought on. So I don't see how her argument can really even be the same as, say, Cardi B, because Cardi B didn't come for Tasha K. I don't even know. We can't even say if Cardi B even knew who a Tasha K was prior to Tasha K putting her name in her mouth. So, I mean, Tasha's big now, but at that time when she really started going heavy on Cardi B, I'm not going to even say Tasha K was even at 500,000 subs at that time. Like, so, Tasha made her bed hard, or what they say, when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So I think that's kind of what we're dealing with right now. The article also goes on to say, it looks like, because this is a picture of Tasha, when she was pregnant. So Tasha was definitely doing a lot when she was pregnant. Sometimes I used to wonder, like, okay, where's she finding this energy and fuel from to be starting mess like that and being pregnant, y'all? If anybody been pregnant before, when you're pregnant, you tired. You just want to kick back and put your swollen feet up. But Tasha had all the smoke. So, she was just putting on added, stress on herself. I used to be concerned about, her baby and things like that, because she was like what they say, the hardest working woman in YouTube. She was doing a doggone thing, but it wasn't always positive, as we can see. So the article goes on to say, despite allegedly never being in the same room together, Latasha K claimed Cardi assaulted her and feared for her life, per TMZ. Now that's a new one. I've never heard that claim. I've heard Tasha talk about the case, of course, talk about Cardi B, but I've never heard her claim Cardi assaulted her. So let's see if that comes out in the court hearing. In 2019, news first broke that Latasha K was suing the star for more than $3 million, adding to their ongoing legal battles. At the time, the Unwind Tasha K blogger told the court that physicians placed her on mandatory bed rest amid the stress of the situation in the early stage of the high-risk pregnancy. So like I said, I remember during that time, Tasha going into the hospital, things like that. But again, Tasha was out there doing the most things that were brought on, excuse me, by herself. I used to wonder how her husband just was okay with her moving the way she was while she was carrying his child, because I know with this one that I'm married to over here, he like, listen, you need to we gonna sit down for a minute, you carrying my child, like, he would have like put that baby in our lives, first, because stress would, stress to take you out. So, but listen, Mr. Kibi was right on in there in Kibi Studios, lights, camera, action on his wife. So there you go. I guess when money calls, I guess. So the Bodak Yellow artist, according to the blogger, threatened her inadvertently when she advocated for gang members to handle her, according to the outlet. Tasha said the Grammy-winning music star also called her profane phrases such as HO and dumb AB on Instagram. So I can believe that part. Like I said, I seen I seen some of them, the lives going around with Cardi, reacting or responding to some things. But can you blame her though? Can you blame her? Again, like really, can you blame the person who you're talking reckless about to not go back in on you? Like that's just a human reaction, to want to defend yourself. And verbally, there's no law against cussing somebody out, so I don't think that's going to go very far for Tasha in the court proceeding. But listen, I guess she got to have her little argument too. So I wonder how much money she paying these attorneys for this, because to me, I personally don't look at it as a strong case for Tasha. Let me play something else for y'all. On this site, there's a clip of I guess back during the pandemic, a court hearing about this. So let me play this for you guys since we're here.
This case has been in hearing posture since December of 2019. So it's not as though the people haven't been ready, or that anybody in particular has been dragging their feet. There's a pandemic that has created.
I don't agree that it was a pandemic issue. My concern is that now that we are moving through the pandemic, maybe we should all sit down again and seek a resolution, because with child priorities and in defendants that are far older than our matter, this is just in terms of practicality and logic. My suggestion, merely.
Well, I'll say this. I encourage that you all sit down and see if you can come to a resolution. But in the interim, I will adjourn this case for a conference.
Sis said, hold up, we ain't finna put this on no pandemic. This been getting drug out, and we need a resolution. Because y'all know everything right now get blamed on the pandemic, which I think, hell, I blame everything on the pandemic. Like a lot of stuff is what it is because of this doggone pandemic. But this was like, what we not finna do is blame this on the pandemic. But let me see. I want to, I was also, as I was researching this case, I came across like I was on, came across Lipstick Alley, and I'm like, okay, let's see what the people are saying. How are people feeling about, what's going on? So I'm gonna just share some of the, the comments that people are having, just to kind of, so you guys can kind of get a feel of what a lot of people are feeling pertaining to this case. Who are they siding with? So I found it, to be interesting. To me, it looks like the vast majority of people are siding with Cardi B, which is understandable. So let's see. So these are all, comments from, recently. So this person said Tasha ruined her own life when she continued to pursue lie after she was given multiple chances to take her post down. Don't nobody feel bad for her but her bank account. Period. Pooh. Like, I always wondered, wondered how much money she had spent out thus far, especially with this trial has been carried out for since 19, 20, when we're in 22. So we coming up on 3 years. It's been a minute. So she got to keep on talking and putting up them videos and doing them interviews because she got attorneys, 2 attorneys to be paying, at least 2. Listen, I showed y'all a picture in one of my videos I did. You guys check it out, where I believe they're probably her attorneys, because she was kind of, her and her husband were standing next to what looked to be Caucasians, or at least non-black people. And I'm like, okay, who that is, Harple? So to me, it looked like they were probably her attorneys. This was like earlier this week. So it makes sense that it was probably her legal team ready to kind of go to battle. So this person says, yeah, but still the punishment is too severe. I don't think she really knew what she was getting herself into. She probably thought it was going to be like $75,000, not millions. This woman just had a kid. I don't know what's wrong with her, but I watched some of her videos and I got the sense that she was really delusional or just plain ignorant. So I think the ignorant part, can apply. Tasha's not slow. I think Tasha is very headstrong, very stubborn, opinionated. I think it just came down to Tasha was like, whatever I said, what I said, my Nene Leakes voice. So I think that Tasha just was like, yo, I ain't taking it down. First of all, Tasha's seen how much money she was making, or she made from putting that stuff out there. So she wasn't trying to take that down and Tasha, like, we finna take a chance on this because I'm not finna mess with my bag. You ain't. And I think it was just an arrogant move. I honestly believe, what they say, hindsight is 2020. If Tasha had it to do all over again, she would have definitely handled it differently. Even if she would have done the recording, Cardi didn't go file that lawsuit right away. If you guys remember, like, Cardi was like out there telling her, take it down, retract what you said, or else. Tasha was just like she had this energy of, do what you got to do, sis. Like, I don't care. Who are you? Tasha was just treating her like she just somebody else off the street, and just completely dismissing that she was dealing with a mega star. And I think that was just, the arrogance or even narcissism in her, to where what they say, you got to read the room. And Tasha didn't read the room. And now, as she's seeing how it's impacting her family, I know, as I talked about before, she's moved, because of, she's saying, people was coming to her home, things like that. So it's really impacted her life. And I truly believe that when she really looked at it, she don't find it to be worth it, because I honestly feel like Tasha could have reached where she got without the nonsense with Cardi B. But Tasha, she just didn't care. And this is, what we dealing with as a result of somebody who just did not care and did not have any regard for the feelings of someone else, for the feelings of another woman. Now, the question is why? Because I never understood why Tasha had so much heat for Cardi B. Are we dealing with just, is jealousy coming into play? What are we dealing with? Why would Tasha come for this woman who, from what I knew, she never met, and who, from what I've come to see, had never spoken on her? So where is all this energy coming from? That's the question. Let's go on. Someone said, Cardi has a kid. If Tasha really cared about her money, she wouldn't be in court acting the fool, pissing off the judge and the jury who control how much she's going to pay. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Period. Pooh. That's what I say. Play stupid games, win super prizes. I did see too in my research that one of the jurors was released. Also because they had said that basically they had some sentiments for the YouTuber. So I guess they were kind of familiar with Tasha K and had some feelings about a video that Tasha K had put out. So the judge went ahead and just like, all right, we gonna go ahead and let you go and take it back to the crib, swap you out with somebody. So it was on one of the articles. I think I didn't probably reference it because it wasn't any different information than the ones I chose to save. But it might have been in that one where I show, I don't know. I don't think it was in. I'm gonna drop the link for these ones that I did share with you so you can kind of get into them on your own. But yeah, so right now, they're trying to keep this as unbiased as possible. And when it comes to this trial, I'm sure that's rather hard because, we're dealing with Cardi B, an international superstar. Like I said, she has like over 120 million Instagram followers alone. And then Tasha K, I guess what you would probably call her YouTube famous. So she's pretty known. Probably more so if you're into the YouTube world. If you're somebody who kind of, checks out YouTube, YouTubers content on celebrity gossip, you're gonna pretty much know who Tasha K is. Otherwise, if you don't, you're probably not. But you're gonna definitely pretty much you gotta kind of been living under a rock if you not familiar with who Cardi B is, even if you don't follow her or listen to her music. Let's read a couple more of these comments. Somebody said, talking about Cardi is bullying Tasha, you mean the lady who spread a rumor about her having STDs said her daughter suffered from a mental disability because she did drugs while pregnant, posted fake porn videos, alluded that it was her, and the list continues. F. Woody Woodpecker. So I've heard, people refer to Tasha K as that name, but she has since changed her hairstyle. So somebody said, that's what I mean. She is crazy. It's almost like suing Azalea Banks. So I've definitely heard more than one person refer to Azalea Banks as crazy, to say the least. Someone says, they say Star Marie was crazy too, but she had enough common sense to drop it. Tasha chose to continue, was talking big ish about how her legal team was going to do this and that. Now look at her. She's not crazy. She's just loud and wrong. So yes, I agree. Star was like, listen, I ain't got no money to be fighting Cardi. Let me go ahead and back up off of this. And Cardi, chose the biggest dog in the pen to go after, because I don't know what she would have been getting from Star Marie, if she would have pursued with trying to sue her, because listen, like I said, I don't know what she would have been getting out of Star Marie. I don't even know if Star Marie coin would allow for her to even fight Cardi B in the court. So yes, Star did that little church finger in the air as she backed on out of the backed on out of this. But Tasha had this, I got time today because energy. I got that smoke, so it's a sad situation, but again, I don't feel sorry for Tasha. It is what it is. If anything, it's just a sad situation given that she is a mom. I know she has a daughter who believes she's a teenager. She has a young son. So I would imagine her daughter at the age she interacts with peers who are familiar with her mom. Definitely know Cardi B. And if they're familiar and follow Cardi B, they know Cardi B is in the courts with Tasha K. And if they know Tasha K is this young girl's mom, then y'all know the rest. So it's sad on that level. Hopefully, at the end of the day, Tasha will have learned from all of this, because all lessons, all situations, there is a lesson to be learned. It's just a matter of what you choose what you choose to take away from it. It just comes down to what you as a person choose to take away from it, because there's plenty of lessons for any of us, especially those who report on other people, to take away. I know there's a lot that I've taken away from it. And when this whole thing started out, I wasn't even on YouTube. I was just a subscriber to, various content creators challenge. I didn't join YouTube as in a content creator aspect until 20 well, I guess I joined in 2019, but I think this drama, all that stuff started before I joined YouTube. But I know I didn't really start grinding out hard until like 2021 with my content. And I started kind of getting more into like the celebrity news and things like that, which is actually, to be honest, what I initially kept joining YouTube, I didn't really want to get into, but that's where my, the content kind of led me. So I'm just out here trying to get the people what they want. That's why I say, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? You think that it's gonna work out for Cardi? Like, yo, yes, this person was talking reckless. Sis, I know you got coin, but you finna have more coin. The kids are gonna have an even better 2022. Or do you feel like, oh, Tasha was just momentarily, had what they call a momentary lapse of delusion. She was pregnant. She didn't really know any better. Cut her some slack. Like, what side of the coin are you on? What side of the coin are you on? Because from what I'm seeing, as I showed you, most people are on the side of Cardi B. Like, Tasha, we not trying to hear your cries. But if you're one of those people who are on Tasha K's side, like, let us know. Like, what are your thoughts? Do you see it from a different angle that maybe people aren't seeing it from? Let us know. So yes, thank you again for those who did catch the live. For those who catch the playback, I thank you also. Drop a comment. I like to read the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Also, let me know if there's anything you'd like for me to touch on. There's some other things that I've been watching that I'm just waiting to get, some more information on that I'm going to bring out to you all. So, if you got your alerts on the bell, you should get the notification. I know sometimes YouTube play games and people don't get the notifications, but let's increase our chances of getting the notification and hit the bell anyway. So thank you again. And until the next broadcast, peace.